It's Tuesday, February 9th, 2021. Weather has definitely changed a little bit. It's cloudy, it's chilly, but still a beautiful day. And I wanted to make a video today and just talk about a few things. I was reading an article earlier this morning by Michael Snyder. Really like his writings and his knowledge. And in the article, he was talking about the money. The money is coming. We're looking at $1,400 coming to adults if you make $50,000 or less, maybe $75,000 or less. Well, nobody even knows yet, but that's what we're hearing. A possible $3,600 over the course of a year for a child under 6, $3,000 per child, ages 6 to 17 over the course of a year. Now, Michael goes on through the article and says that most people are not going to object to this. Of course they're not. Nobody's going to turn down free money, especially with where we're at in this economy right now, especially with the amount of people who are jobless in America. And there are going to be people out there that believe this shouldn't be happening, that the government shouldn't be passing out free money. If you're one of these people, I don't believe it's right, but there's no way I'm not going to take the money. And Michael says the same thing. If you object to this, take the money anyways and use it for your survival. That doesn't mean to take it and gamble it or go buy a big screen TV. Or a pair of $400 Nikes. What it means is take that money and use it to put the odds in your favor. Use it in areas that you can build up. Maybe you need a little bit more cash reserve. Put some cash away. Maybe use it, go buy some silver. Maybe use it, go put some more food away. Use it to put the odds in your favor. Don't go out and blow it and don't object to it. Take it and use it to protect yourself and to protect your family from this economic crisis that is about to get much, much worse. He says that the ship is going down. Take anything they send you and use it. Survival right now, ladies and gentlemen, especially economic survival, we are talking economic survival here, is the priority. Put the odds in your favor. There is no going back to the way things were. According to a report by the IRS, sales for 88% of small businesses have not yet returned to pre-crisis levels. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and we're just agreeing that what is going to happen when the bills are due, when it's time to pay up, when reality comes to America. Look, as I've said in the past, this reset isn't here to help you. It's not here to help small business. We are watching the biggest wealth transfer in the world take place right now. They are not going to forgive you of your debt. That goes for households, that goes for small, medium businesses. The only ones that get help, the only ones that get bailouts are the big banks and the big corporations, the people at the very, very top who have access to the money. The majority of Americans are going to pay a very, very severe price here. And this is why I stress not to get into debt. We will see much more stimulus coming, and we will see economic conditions improve in the short term. But the problems are not going to go away. They're only going to get worse. We are literally in the process of completely destroying our money. You know, I had a woman write a comment a couple days ago, and she said that she told her husband she should stop watching this show because it's negative, it's doom, it's gloom. And it's none of that. It's reality. I'm just reporting the news. I'm here speaking truth. I'm here speaking reality. I'm here speaking facts, reporting data. I wish the news could be much better, much brighter, more positive. But at the end of the day, I live in the real world. You live in the real world. I feel I have a duty to all of you and to this country to report what's really happening so that you're all prepared for this economic tsunami that is coming to America. It's already begun. And for people out there to, especially a woman, to say that to her husband, not to watch this because this is doom and gloom. You know, if you're watching this video today, you have a very good husband who's looking out for you, looking out for your finances, looking out for his family, protecting his family, protecting his wife. And here we have a woman condemning and judging her husband because he's awake, he's preparing, he knows what's coming, and maybe he's tightening up the financial strings in that household, and she doesn't like it. But you're very lucky to be married to somebody like that who cares, who's protecting his family, who doesn't want to see his family hurt or his wife hurt by the economic destruction that's coming to America. You know, I'm sorry for the people who get triggered by these messages, think it's repetitive. Look, I'm just reporting the data daily, reporting the facts daily. And the news isn't getting better. I know that. It's getting worse. And that means that you're running out of time, that things are getting more critical, more dangerous, and more people are going to get wiped out. And I'm going to continue to report reality and the truth. And, you know, for the people out there, if this triggers you, there's cartoons, there's Netflix, there's other, channels to watch that might be more delusional for you. But I'm in the real world here, and I really am concerned about the direction that we're going in. I'm concerned about this depression we're in right now. And I'm really worried. And I hope that all of you are really paying attention to what's going on, because we've never lived in a time, in my lifetime, your lifetime, where things have been so dangerous. Remember this point today. The US dollar is the de facto reserve currency of the world. The economic fate of the entire world is in our hands. And when this whole thing implodes, America will bring down the global economy. When the dollar implodes, when the fake Ponzi scheme stock market implodes that the world is invested in, the world reliant and dependent on this US dollar that we have just taken such advantage of the world with. When it comes down, the world is going to be in so much pain, including our world right here in the United States of America. We're going to be in a lot of pain. The world's going to hate us. The world is going to hate us for what we've done. The world, I think right now, is trying to do anything it can to get out of dollars. You should be getting out of dollars. Not saying to get rid of all your dollars. You should have some dollars. But at some point, they're going to be worthless. And this is why I stress the importance of gold and silver. People still contact me. A good place to purchase gold and silver. And I was watching a video last night about all these fake sellers and fake companies that are selling gold and silver. They're selling it at a cheap price, and you're getting burned. It's fake. It's not real. So it's so important to be dealing with an up company, a straight up company. I deal with SD Bullion. I have a link down below. So if you have any questions about where to buy gold or silver, buy it from whoever you feel comfortable with, whoever you trust. I've been buying gold and silver from SD Bullion now for about 2 years. And every person that I know personally that has used them has had no issues. Everything has been real. They've gotten very competitive prices. The shipments have been very, very quick. So they're a legit, 100% legit, good company, trustworthy company. And that's who I buy 99% of all my silver and gold from now. So SD Bullion, link down below, check him out. Mortgage delinquencies sink to crisis low, but distress is far from over. That's on CNBC today. Around 6% of all U.S. mortgages, that's 2.7 million homes, were in some stage of delinquency at the end of November. 5.35% of mortgages are in forbearance right now, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association. So I guess that's good news, but again, how did we get to this number? What they're not telling you is how many people pulled second mortgages out of their homes, pulled seconds on their homes in order to pay the first. So people were borrowing money out of their homes in order to make their monthly mortgage payments. In other words, putting off the inevitable, buying time. And with this massive real estate bubble and prices just exploding, people were able to pull a lot of money out of their homes and buy time. And other people are pulling money out of their homes and buying vacations. They're buying RVs. They're buying jewelry. They're buying cars. It's just a really, really crazy time. But we have no doubt seen people take seconds out on their homes in order to pay on the first. So again, this is just kicking the can down the road. This is just people borrowing money in order to buy time, put off the inevitable. This is just absolute craziness, what is going on. This is people spending money they don't even have. You have to understand that, people, if you're going to use your house as an ATM, the house must be paid back. That loan must be paid back. And so people just believe that, the bubble, it will continue to go up in real estate. But when it corrects, and it's going to correct hard, these people now with two mortgages, a first and a second, going to be in very, very, very big trouble. And anybody that believes that this isn't the biggest housing bubble in U.S. history, if you believe that this housing bubble isn't going to burst, you are drinking the Kool-Aid. This is going to be, I truly believe, one of the worst housing crashes, if not the worst housing crash in U.S. history. It is going to be awful. And it's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It is coming. 98% of you watching this video are not going to be surprised when all this happens, when we see the stock market crash. Not saying, that that's happening tomorrow. Market's up across the board today. Everything's fine. Everything's good. These markets know that another $1.9 trillion is coming. The cavalry is on its way. The fix is on its way. So these markets are going to be fine for a while. But eventually, the magic tricks are no longer going to work. And a lot of people are going to learn a lesson that they're going to wish they never learned or had to learn. But these people out there that believe none of this is going to happen, I really feel sorry for them. 98% of you know exactly what's going to happen. This stock market at one point is going to crash. The housing market is going to crash. Commercial real estate is crashing right now. Job market crashing right now. Inflation rising right now. To the 98% of the people out there, keep doing what you're doing. And the main thing is stay away. Do not get complacent with things. We are being told on a daily basis that this is all normal. It's all normal. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Just keep spending money, keep investing in the stock market, go buy a house. Everything's going to be fine. Speculation is rampant again. Sam Zell warns there's no reality attached to this market. Billionaire real estate investor Sam Zell suggests that maybe the tsunami of free money puked into the world markets over the past year has set the foundation for some very serious consequences. This guy's a billionaire. Sam Zell's probably in his late 70s. Guy's been around the block. He knows what he's talking about. He believes the economy has been deeply scarred by this experience, and it is in far worse shape than it appears. Investors don't see reality. There's no reality attached. It's pure speculation. He says, I think this is very negative for the stock market. It's just creating and perpetuating just an incredible sense of disbelief. Bankruptcies are needed to clear markets, and you need them to end recessions and dips. But for now, only government-sanctioned bankruptcies are allowed as the Fed and the White House do everything possible to drown out the fears and in doing so create an array of walking dead companies whose share prices are at all-time highs. Everyone believes when the music stops, they can get out before they get hurt. So a couple good points there. You know, basically what he's saying, the whole thing is an illusion, and people believe that they're smart enough to get out before they get wiped out. A lot of people are going to learn a lesson that they wish they never had to learn, and in doing so, their wealth, their money, their prosperity, their futures, their life is going to be absolutely wiped out. People are gambling here, ladies and gentlemen. This is pure gambling, pure speculation. This isn't even investing anymore. People have no idea what they're even doing for the most part. Look, the average day trader, 80% lose. 80% of all day traders lose. We got so many people in here delusional, just believing that the markets only go up. They don't go down, they don't correct, and they certainly don't collapse. And people are going to really learn a harsh life lesson here. And many people are never going to recover. They're never going to bounce back. Too many people will be too old. You got too many people now that have been forced into these markets because they can't earn interest in their savings account. They're gambling their entire retirement savings in these markets. They're dependent on these markets. They're dependent on the system. And they're going to wake up one day and they're going to say, what happened? Who do I blame? They're going to be furious. They're going to be wiped out. People holding pensions, 401ks, money markets, wiped out. And they're going to play the blame game, but who cares at that point? You can blame anybody you want. It's not going to do any good. You're wiped out. You are wiped out. And you're going to have no chance of coming back, because when we do hit that point, when America finally realizes that we're in a depression, depressions don't get fixed overnight. We're not even manufacturing anything here in America. We're not even talking about creating jobs. We're just talking about stimulus. We're talking about just creating debt. We're just talking about sending checks to people so they can limp along another month or two. Reality is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Reality is coming. The debts have to be paid. The rents have to be paid. The mortgages have to be paid. And the question is, if you can't pay it, you can't pay that college tuition loan, what's going to happen? You think they're just going to forgive you? Maybe this administration will forgive you. What if they don't? What if they don't forgive your mortgage debt? What if they don't forget your rent debt? People are going to be in a world of hurt here, and we are getting very, very close to that point. I see more vacant buildings. I've been watching some videos of what's happening in Los Angeles, which isn't far from here, and I am absolutely blown away with the destruction of small and medium business in Los Angeles. The city of LA, Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, Venice Beach. What's happening is unbelievable. I'm gonna leave it there today, but as I leave, you know, I wish things were better. I wish businesses were booming. I wish people were going back to work. I wish people were making real wages, making a real living. I wish people could put their money in a bank and know it was safe. I wish they could put it in a bank and get a healthy return of interest on that money. I wish when I would watch these videos that I wouldn't see what I'm seeing, but I live in the real world, and I've got to be awake. I've got to absorb knowledge, because if you don't have a blueprint right now to prepare for what's coming, if you just ignore what's coming, you are guaranteed to lose. If you don't ignore it and you prepare for this economic tsunami, you're going to prosper. You're going to survive. You're going to be okay. This isn't about doom and gloom. This isn't about negativity. This isn't about scaring people. This is about a wake-up call to everybody out there. This is about preparing for real life. You know, if you were dying of some disease and there was a cure, would you just stay in bed and just accept it because it is just gloomy and negative? Or would you go out there and get the cure and get healed so that you could live a healthy, prosperous life. I guess there's people out there that would just take the news knowing that there's a cure, but they would take the news and just lay in bed and accept it and die. If I was dying of something and I knew there was a cure, I would get up out of bed and I would get that cure. I'd go to that doctor and I would get that pill, that shot, whatever I needed, knowing that it was going to cure me of this disease so that I could live, I could prosper. Too many people are either delusional and want to stick their heads in the sand, or they just don't want to be scared. They just don't want to hear anything negative because it triggers them. They would rather go down with the sinking ship than jump on a life raft and paddle away for safety. I don't understand that. I really don't. And to a woman who has a husband looking out for her and his family to get to that life raft, and your answer is don't watch, that's doom and gloom, that's negative, that's really sad. That's really sad. In fact, it's really ignorant. And we have so much ignorance out there, and we have so many people in denial, ignorance and denial, and people who just don't want to deal with the truth, don't want to deal with reality. And that's fine, because that ignorance is going to wipe you out. It will be your demise. Ignorance will wipe you out. So don't be ignorant. Be awake, because if you're awake, you're going to survive and you're going to prosper. God bless you all. Have a phenomenal day. We're all blessed. We are so blessed to be walking today, breathing today, just enjoying some life today. It's not all doom and gloom. It's all negative. Hey, it's a beautiful day out today. Enjoy it. But make sure you're preparing and make sure that you're aware of what's coming. Talk to all of you soon.